Welcome everyone to another new episode of Cracking Chiliad, episode 9, Exercising the Truth. Nice to have you back on the channel. Sit back in your favorite chair and pour yourself a finest drink. Light up whatever you like to smoke the best. After the first episodes, it can't be a question anymore, where and how to see the answer. All the clues point to what we now know. It takes some time to accept the truth, but that time will come. So, if you still have doubts, this video will take a lot of that away. My advice would be don't mind the yellow bar for now. At some point when we take the 500K out of the truck, don't look at the bar. I will. And I'm sure it's going to be the golden bar after the cutscene. Everything we've seen isn't pure luck. There's more coming up that on its own already makes it mysterious. But to solve the mystery, you need to be able to see an answer. We still got time left to finish the GTA 5 era in style. Let's do that. Learn from it, and not make the same mistake with GTA 6. The time has come to focus on starting the mystery in GTA 5 right now. I have no doubts, because if you doubt, you're wrong. By testing and thinking about all the possibilities, full, half, and flashing, they will all lead back to the golden bar. Unless you don't give a fuck, and the consolation prize is all you want. So we'll get there sooner than others, but eventually this is it. Rockstar made such an amazing puzzle. Even if you don't believe in an answer from the yellow bar, you will definitely like what we are going to do now. In a real attempt, I would not kill the guard. This gives an extra game dimension to our mission. At some moments, you will also experience that it is programmed in such a way that you can actually work around him quite easily. I'm sure we need the armored truck. We can drive far away from Lamar before the mission fails, but the truck disappears a bit earlier. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Here is the Los Santos wall art. This attracts everyone, right? Tinkle mobile technology in a 4 integrity way. That sounds interesting, but let's first see what's more to find. The Penrith building, with a view here where the car can be parked so nicely. Only we have several problems here as we have seen before. So, on foot this would be an option, but by car? With all those cameras, that doesn't seem like a good idea. We will definitely come back here someday. But now is not the time. Look, the right side, completely covered in cameras. The front, and the left side, nowhere to pass without being caught by them. What would they be hiding here? I wonder what changes we will bring about when we finally play the game the way it was meant to be played. Although, of course, it would be a building that you want to show in the Welcome to Los Santos mission. Let's see what is more to find. Here at the upper deck next to the Maze Bank building and the UD. The IAA building, you know, the one from the Mission 3's company. You arrive at the FIB building in that mission. Michael walked from there between these buildings to Dave and his friend Steve Haynes. Here in the backyard of the IAA building, a wonderful artwork of an eagle is positioned on top of a globe in the fountain. Did you know, by the way, the branding sign of Dubachi looks like an eagle? For those who didn't realize, this is all still recorded during the mission. Look, here comes the guard running. He runs after you everywhere. If we go back quickly now, we have some time to do things without killing him. At some moments, he can even be lost for a period. So I'm sure Rockstar even programmed things to help us handling this guy. At a later point, we will even see a great example that Rockstar created for us. But first, let's take a look here at the main entrance of the UD. See the guard here? He doesn't light up red when you point your gun at him. He's not focused on you either. Come on, let's go back to the truck quickly. I wonder if it's still there, because if it's gone, we've gone too far. And the locations we just went are no option. The truck, that's what we need. During the race, we're normally not able to drive over this road, because there are 2 cameras, as you might know from previous episodes, here on this side of the Arcadius building, and one is pointing to the crossroads from the exit of the garage. As you can see, there is no truck at a UD anymore. We went too far away, so we have to look closer by. It can also be the path I took to get to the Penrith building. If we drive over the stairs here above to the upper deck, we could probably reach it without losing the truck. But what is the point of getting caught on camera there? Nothing. Let's see if we were able to drive around the block without losing the truck, and start from there. I can't do anything about it, but I always have to look at the wall painting. and next to it, Tinkle for Integrity Way, mobile technology. It's really pointing out in everything we can reach at this point. In the distance, the Penrith building is coming up. At a later moment in the game, we will go there. But we have to wear a mask for sure. Here on the right side at the parking is Lamar waiting for us to exit the UD. For the rest here below deck, not much to see, as some electrical boxes on the side of the Union Depository. We could blow them up with the sticky bombs we've got. Did you know that it's possible to plant these bombs anywhere in the map? They stay there until you explode them or till you die. First, let's check that the truck is still here. Okay, great. So we have some play before it disappears. Come, let's go and have a look at that Integrity Way. And let's first see what we can find within the circle we drove. What is more asking us to drive to than the Los Santos wall paint? Let's take the stairs to the small park on top deck. There is the parking lot where Franklin is waiting, and a covered entrance to the tunnels, the one used in the big score with the choppers and the gold. Let's look a little closer. The hole that would lead us to the tunnel is covered with a steel construction, but we can still go into the tunnel a far end without failing the mission by entering at the highway entrance. But when we do, we will lose the truck. We get too far away from it, and because I do believe we really need the truck, we should search for some other options. Let's go for a new approach. Once we pick up the medkit, you will reach the entrance of the Arcadius. Here down the stairs, hidden behind a pole. A long time the great Atlas Talal already knew it was placed here. The valet parking key locker box looks very interesting, but it's about what we should do with it. In the beginning, the box wasn't so interesting, but after I was sure about the track we should drive and the pickups we need to pick up, and still no other answer or 500K out of the truck. And the race, ending here, you almost drive over it. They push in your face, so it could definitely be important, especially when we take a closer look. Time to invest in the red. At the red carpet is the valet parking key locker box. It shows a sign on the door that only keys should be kept in it. Sounds interesting. Maybe we can find a key in there to open the truck, or maybe keys for the elevator. Valet parking with a V that looks perfectly like the V from GTA 5. $2. Please pull forward. If they also keep the money in the box, depending on how long they've been saving it up, if it's since the release day, there's definitely 500K in there. We have got some bullets left, but it doesn't look like we're able to open it by shooting at the lock. So the bullets are useless, but we have more pickups up our sleeves, of course. Let's see what we can do with the 4 sticky bombs we've got left. I mean, if we can blow the doors of the armored truck, this should be easy. An interesting idea is that from the moment we pick up the sticky bombs at the construction site, we have the option of placing them in advance. I'm thinking of a maze bank fountain by example, and detonating them simultaneously with the truck. But how are we going to get the box open? Now, if you do remember, the Atlas of Los Santos knew. Close by there is a crowbar is hidden at the construction side. Let's go and get it and see if we can break the door open and get the keys. Who knows? Maybe with the fire we already burned a part of the money. There is the finish line, with Lamar waiting for us to finally arrive. Is there a time limit to finish? Here while we try to cross the highway is a construction side. As we have seen throughout the series, these hide deep secrets. This one again, as mentioned before, hides a secret pickup. A bit further up the terrain, there is a ladder, a few steps further, and we fail the mission. That honestly doesn't give much confidence that the truck will stay there. But who knows, maybe the key to the bank vault itself is in the locker box. If you climb up here, a few steps in the wrong direction are deadly. Turning left toward the crowbar is possible, but don't go the other way. You will fail the mission for sure. Here on the first floor, in the corner next to some cable reels, the crowbar is waiting for us. Quickly here over the edge, back to the car, and then to the locker box. Hopefully we can break the door open with the crowbar. Well, that didn't look or sounded like what I was hoping for. It doesn't look like there will be any effect on the box either, let alone that we will break the door out. It hasn't been made for each other. Let's quickly see if the truck is still here, else there is no need for getting the crowbar anyway. And maybe we can open the truck's back doors with it. The truck is already gone. So, unless the locker box contains the key to operate the elevator to the vault, the crowbar is to distract us. Because all sticky bombs, Molotovs, and gasoline we have already picked up will not open the box. Maybe the whole box is the key. If we push it inside the elevator, will it become operational? But after some tries, it doesn't change a thing. The best idea, I believe, is it needs to be in the backside of the truck. It isn't at the loading bay for nothing after all. During testing with the box and with both cars, you immediately notice one thing when you use the different cars. This is, I believe, the break point that we need the red car. The white one we are driving now always drives over the valet parking key locker and you get stuck. You can transport it well backwards, but of course the box is a lot more easy to handle driving forward than moving backwards. The locker itself says it, pull forward. Okay, this is the last weapon we have got, and we could use to open the key locker door. The Molotov cocktails, we have got 5 of them, but even less gives an amazing effect to it. Not only the Molotovs will burn, but the whole box itself will set on fire and keeps burning even after the fire of the Molotovs burns out. Another reason why you can't lose any part of your car. Once you've lost the hood, your car will set on fire real quick. So if you want to transport the locker box while it's on fire, be sure not damage your car too much. Else it will burn like a candle soon. It is real easy after some practice to drive around with the locker, but not after the race you're full of focus on driving the race. Then the switch back to full control of the box is going to be difficult. Let's do some more tests with the box to see how Rockstar programmed it, as this isn't a standard prop. After some practice with the red car, you're able to push it gently of the sidewalk without tipping it over. It's on wheels. We can't open it with everything we've managed to pick up. It's clear the box needs to be moved out of here. When it's on its wheels, it rolls smoothly, of course. But other road users also handle it in a certain way. Watch carefully how the cars squeeze into all possible positions to avoid knocking over the box. Here it is, standing upright in the middle of an intersection. Traffic comes from both sides, but no one drives the box upside down. This is an extreme example. Usually they will even avoid hitting it, but great to see that even this is not going to be tipped over. Quite interesting how they handle the box when it is upright. Now let's take a look at the difference. That makes it even more interesting, of course. If you do tip it of its wheels, the other road users will act completely different. Pay close attention now. They're coming. They used to drive around them, but not anymore. Even when you drive around with the box while it's tipped over, it's even more extreme. Sometimes they'll deliberately seek you out that it looks like they are programmed to hit the box. The valet parking locker, we are going to put it in the Union Depository inside the Group Zeg's truck, and then blow it up simultaneously. Regarding the locker box's spawn location, it's always here at the main entrance of the Arcadius building. If you take it with you and want a new one, you have to drive away from the box, and it will spawn again. Unless you're within sight of the locker box's spawn location, in which case the box will stay where it is, as it can't regenerate when you're standing next to it. With the red car, is it easy to control the cart while driving? You can control it forward driving. But even if it has tipped over, you're able to transport it without any problems. Be sure to push it in the right way. Once you do arrive at the truck, the box has to somehow get up the stairs towards the loading deck. When you position it neatly in the middle of the stairs, you can easily bounce it up with the red car. With a white car, that is of course a lot harder to do, since it drives over it. A small run-up, activate your special ability, and drive as fast as possible towards the box to give it a bump so that it lands on top of the loading deck. It doesn't look so smooth in contrast to the race. A forklift would be a solution, but they don't exist here close by. Do you have an idea what makes this a more streamlined hull? Let me know in the comments. But of course, this stunt afterwards isn't necessary. So you could also tip it up and go on with starting the mystery. If you shoot the front wheels first, the truck will fall forward a little. This is exactly enough to make room for the rear doors. With the sticky bombs we picked up, we can now blow the rear side open. If you don't shoot the front tires first, a door will stick to the loading deck. You'll have a whole task to get it off, or open. Now that the door is open, we can push the truck toward the loading dock. Something to mention is, here outside where Lamar is waiting, is always a car parked which you can easily get if you like. Although that could also be a mark, of course. On foot it is quite easy to control the box, as long as it is on the right side. Pull forward should be lying forward on the ground. With a sticky bomb in your hand, it is then easy to maneuver. There is clearly an invisible barrier preventing us from loading the box into the back of the truck, because the height looks also perfect like this. We can't see in this video if the rear tires puncture make a difference because I cut it away, but I can tell you for sure it didn't make a difference. What have made a difference at some points in time was while I went back outside with the car and charged my special to a certain percentage and came back. Afterwards, I could load it in by car without the obstruction. Perhaps pushing the box with the car in the truck would have more success. Let's see what that will bring. The hood is gone, damn. That's never a good thing to happen. This doesn't look like it was really made for a car, but of course it was the same with the stairs, just before the sticky bombs. Only this little corner, I don't know. It feels more like we need to be able to slide the box into the truck manually. This way the chance of damaging the car is enormous. Yes, it worked. This really looks like it has been made to do it. Let's see what we can do to make it explode together with the truck. The keys are in the truck, locked and loaded. Let's see first what sticky bombs on the box in the truck will do. We still have 3 of them left. So let's stick them to the box and hopefully blow the safe locker box by exploding the truck. Give me the money. 500K cash. And I'm pretty sure Ned Luke, aka Michael DeSanta, sends a 5 stars in every post to point right to this moment in the game. Most likely he doesn't even know why he sends it. But we do, hinting we need 5 stars here. Here, the 5 stars, the locker box, and the truck explode and take 500K to Legos Incudo, as shown on the blueprint map. But the obstruction in the door opening of the truck to load the box in easy worries me. It is a programmed obstruction. You also experience this when you drive into the UD with the box. I get the feeling that we are missing something. Some doubt arises, and as they say in GTA, if you doubt, you are wrong. We should be sure and no questions left. But okay, let's first see what this will bring us. A circle around the truck, every tire a puddle of gasoline, the box in the back, 3 sticky bombs on it, gasoline over the hood, and the engine, a trail toward the car, and see what will happen. There are so many possible ways to blow up the truck that it's simply not possible to test it on my own. Not even with my comrade. Too many possibilities. And since GTA 6 is almost here, I think we're going to do it the way Rockstar even expected it to go. Namely, working together. It's all so obvious that there shouldn't have been a question about whether there's even a mystery in the first place. Now the trail of gasoline, and to activate the chain reaction with the car, and hopefully get the 500K out of the truck and get 5 stars in the first mission already. Be careful not to shoot you trail after your gasoline goes empty. Jump back in the car and prepare for the ultimate explosion. Activate the special ability of Full Bar and ignite the fuel trail to the truck with the box in the back loaded with sticky bombs. After you light the fuel trail to the truck and keep the special on, I think you can get the truck on in time before the special ability runs out. Come on, let's make history right now. If you look closely, the track stops burning. I caused the explosion myself by setting off the sticky bombs, setting the truck on fire. That was a mark and not a good one. Let the box explode and give us the 500K come on. Once we do, start the mystery, and that is going to happen right here. When we will drive out of the UD, the whole game is going to be different. There are 2 reasons why we have no phone yet. One is to keep our future story still open, and the other, we'll get back to that later. Too bad, only 2 stars cops. Quick check if something happened to the box. Is it opened? We need a few tons of cash. It's on fire, but it's not open. And no briefcase either. There is definitely something wrong. The trail stopped burning. The blockade for the box, it's blocking it to load it. Feels like it isn't ready yet. It seems like we need to do something with the truck or the box before we try to put it in. We're not even going to see if the answer changed. This isn't what we are here for. 500K minimum. It seems clear to me that if we're going to play a game with this level of precision, then surely we need an answer, and not only on top of the map. Let me know what you think of the series so far, and be sure to join the subreddit page, Cracking Chiliad, and become part of the solution. It is clearly visible that the box is being pushed out of the back of the truck again. There is definitely something we are missing. It does block the box from entering. That is a mark of programmed obstruction. That looks like a glitch. There is no obstruction anymore. We did just blow up the door. I believe we should be able to slide it in easily in the truck, as we have seen before. The truck now marks our game. But for some special effect, in the previous try, we didn't even bother the Molotovs. And since these have the best effect on the locker box, this could be related to the preparation of it. Once you throw a Molotov on the locker, it can burn for up to 12 minutes. You can still move it around while it's burning. So theoretically, we would be able to push it burning into the truck. Pouring the gasoline on the ground along the burning box is not such a good idea, I know from experience. Fortunately, we have some more possibilities to disable the truck. Since it is a replay mission completely, I think you could do and achieve what we want to achieve in a replay mission. But that never makes sense because you always go back to your save game that is made before the start. If this doesn't begin to look like starting mysteries, look at the truck and the box burning like hell. Next episode, we will get deeper into the preparations of the valet parking locker box and the Group Zeg's armor truck. I'm not sure yet, or it will all fit in one episode, so there could be more afterwards. At first glance, it seems much more when it is spread out like this. But it is not more money than previous attempts. 2 stars police, so yes, this is not going to work, I'm afraid. The box is still burning full throttle. Too bad it's not really in the truck. Next episode, we'll try to find out how to get rid of the blockage before we try to ram it blindly into the armored truck. By the way, with the 2 stars, you can't get it up to 3 or 4. It stays at 2 no matter what you try. We have to go to 5 stars at once. New try, this time we have a fire truck that, by the way, also have a very strange behavior on the locker box. There isn't any influence on it if you use the water gun on the box. It is not even moving a bit. Very strange compared to the truck, by example. You almost blow it upside down. It is clear that we do miss something. We can't have any marks, because the marks tell us that there is something not completely right. But because else everything was for nothing, we're going to explode the truck anyway. Restart and get back to this point is such an exercise. Really, each test costs you so much effort. We need to do it together. To get here is hard to do, and that's only the first part. By igniting the gasoline and throwing a Molotov simultaneous, ignite the sticky bomb. In that way, we are able to use all weapons together at once to let the truck explode. This could be an idea for later on maybe. But first we should get rid of the blockage. Always be careful not to drive too close to the exit. Before you know it, the cutscene will start. Trust me, that is the most shitty thing that will probably happen to you too. This doesn't look like a successful attempt again. 2 stars and a little money. The next episode, we will search for a way to get rid of the blockage, like all the other marks we have evaded. The one in the truck, we should also be able to get rid of. That was it for today's video, guys. I do hope you liked it. I believe it has to clear up by now. We do have indeed a mystery. For sure, let me know what you think of the series so far. I'm still full of confidence we will start soon. Let's finish the GTA 5 era in style. Be sure to join the Cracking Chiliad page on Reddit and become part of the solution. There's still some questions left that we need to get answered before we are able to start the mystery. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's an honor to have you here at the channel. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do hope to see you next episode. Then we will dive deeper into the box and the truck, and especially the blockage. We can't continue with a mark in the game. I'm not sure yet if I can get all the following information in one video, so it could become more than 10 episodes. To practice the race, you should use the online race I made. It's really a nice way to get to know the route. A link for it is in the description. Add me to PlayStation Network and challenge me in the race.